Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another one of our HxGN Hacks webinars. Today, we're going to be doing a little bit of a continuation on our BI dashboard. So we'll be talking briefly today about some of the new things that have been released with 12.3.1, specific to what we have available for the BI dashboards, right? All right, so very quickly, just for those who may not be super familiar, within EAM, we now have access to what we call business intelligence dashboards, which are Apache superset visualizations, essentially enhanced and better analytics and metrics for not necessarily replacing Start Center items, but expanding upon what we can see and utilize inside of EAM, right? So first off, we are split between two screens, right? So inside BI intelligence or business intelligence, we have the author screen, just like we do for IBM Cognos. We also have our BI dashboard screen, right? So this is where we are able to go look at these once they're created, okay? So the author for BI does require the author license, right? And then inside of that, we have the ability to actually work on and create dashboards. So one of the new things that we have available to us is this administration tab. A little bit of an expansion on this gives us the ability to actually manipulate ownership of dashboards if we would like to share or add users and give capabilities across the board from the administrative perspective so that you can work on various dashboards if you weren't the originator, right? But as far as creating these, everything starts with our data set.
Because but he was telling me you want to try the spectrum now, but standard. Why do
And once we have a data set, right, we work our way through creating a chart based on the data set that we put together. And then that ultimately will give us our dashboards that we can then use in the system. So, all right. So very high level run through of how the BI dashboards work. So just expanding upon that capability, and I will throw this up here as a tab, and looking at some things that we can do now. So first off, again, the administration screen, so we can share ownerships, right? We also have some additional pre-delivered items out of the box, which this will be expanding as time goes on. So most of those you'll probably see underneath the data sets, these guys right here being protected, right? So these are kind of out of the box, so to speak, or default data sets that you can preemptively start using now. You don't have to build them. Otherwise you can build them out via the chart item logic or utilizing SQL Lab and writing out the query, similar to how you would create inboxes and KPIs, right? One additional item here is something that we'll look at and expand upon in just a minute. But we do now have what we call slugging. So we can add a URL slug to any of these dashboards, and that allows us or gives us the ability to link those as reports and standalone screens within EAM, but also as custom tabs attached to records as well. And some additional things in regards to exporting, importing. There's been some visualization enhancements as far as how you can export to various document formatting. Okay, so again, looking at the actual dashboard screen within EAM, again, we have some new items that have been released, such as our work insights and cloud web service usage. So these are pre-built, pre-set up, and can utilize data that we can hook into directly, right? So there's various ones that exist now out of the box. These three being those that we have available. But of course, within the data sets and the charts, we have additional items that we could put together in our own custom dashboards too now, without having to build them ourselves. Okay, so let's dive into really the biggest add-on and the most useful new addition, and that's going to be the slugging aspect and the ability to utilize these as custom tabs and standalone screens now, which is really, really neat. So again, these are pre-delivered, so they're preset, right? But being that preset, that means the slug right here is already taken care of for us. So let's kind of talk about what that looks like. So within EAM, we have a few new items that pertains to these, setting up these BI dashboard screens. So, there we go. Go to setup reports. A couple things to note for our report screen is we now have a business intelligence data spy because we also now have a new class for our report screen. So if you guys are familiar with creating custom reports and adding them to the screen, you know that we have to use the REPC consumer report class, right? We now have an SSBU class, which is for our BI dashboards. Okay. So with those being created, like this one, for example, are out of the box using that, that gives us the ability to, just like custom reports, apply these to our menu structures for users to run. For example, with our work insights, if I go to my list and reports, just some custom things we have in my subfolder for BI, I can now go and run that directly on the screen from within EAM without having to go through the dashboards, without having to go through author or anything like that, right? So very cool. Additionally, we have the ability to create these as custom tabs, right, and apply them to records so that these dashboards can then be hooked into those records to provide you insights for example, each asset that you may be looking at work insights on, as an example. So taking a look at that, if I were to go into my screen, I love that, by the way. And for example, if I go look at assets or OSOBJA screen, right? And if I hit custom tabs, I now have a new type for our BI dashboard. So you guys are familiar with this approach, embedding reports within a custom tab on various items within EAM. You may have seen it before, such as some of the cost charts for projects, things like that. That's where this is derived from, but now we also have the ability to create these BI dashboards and attach them in as well. So just an example of what that may look like, if I head over to the assets screen and I just hop into my transformer here, I can see that I have a tab available for that work insights dashboard. And if I open that, then I can have this directly hook to my asset and return data specific to that right on the tab. And then simply flipping between records could then update your charts based on that record and how it's pre-filtering. This is generic at the moment, right? And then it would pre-filter and give us insights to this fuel injector specifically, or this transformer, depending on which one we want to look at. Okay. So with BI dashboards, if you guys are not familiar with this, or you're looking for access to it, I did want to make a note that by default, it's not available on menu yet. Don't believe they've defaulted that for releases. So if you want to add it, you can always go to your user group into the menus, just like you would anything else. And then we actually have a third selection here for the BI portion. And notice too, that is how we add in our new report dashboard. So if I go for R5 admin, so I can see that right there. And if I want to add to that, simply drag and drop like I would anything else. And now I have dashboards on menu just like any other report. So pretty cool. Very neat expansion upon visibility, being able to see what is available and what you can pull back from your records and adding visualizations to that so that it's easier to look at and understand, right? And mostly with this release, we have expansion to access to that, being able to get to it a little easier via individual records or even directly on your menu so that you don't have to go hunt it down. But as far as the BI dashboard's concerned, that wraps up all of the new releases and new features. And if you guys have any questions or are interested in expanding into these new features, just let us know. But otherwise, hope you guys have a fantastic day, and thanks for joining me for this HxGN Hack series. And we'll see you guys in the next one.